who is creating the data? If you're creating the data, you should have the right to decide how you actually want to protect it. Now, when Chanu was talking about data discovery, and we all have papers on our table, and I was just thinking, pre-computing days, it was just in a file, and that data resided just there. And if somebody wanted to take that, they had to, take the whole file, and everybody would know that the file has gone missing. And with digitization, today the same data resides in multiple places. So the discovery part for us becomes more challenging because the data is residing in multiple places. So is it residing within the organization, or is it residing outside the organization? For example, an employee might say, hey, just in case if I lose this data, let me take a copy and keep it at home. And I know during my engagement, consulting engagement, when I talk to some of the IT guys saying, where do you keep your backup tapes? Or I take it home. So discovering the data where it resides is one. When the act is very clear in terms of that data needs to be protected, our framework should be centered around the data. What is my data? What is the value of it? And how do I protect it? And the Act also talks about encryption, anonymization, pseudonymization. I won't be getting into those details, right? So the use of technology has to be looked at. And more importantly, who is creating the data? If you're creating the data, you should have the right to decide how you actually want to protect it. So if you were to, do all these things, Chana also spoke about a policy. So for me, the policy should be aligned with the Act. It can't be something what you do. So this is two-part, right? You take the Act on one side, you develop a policy. You also need to know what you do, your business processes, and where the data is residing, and who are the users. He mentioned about least privilege or least access. So all these things have to be put in together so that it can actually help the organization to decide what is it going to have in terms of an impact. Right? So the protection has to be thought through from a data-centric perspective rather than just ad hoc.